live stream number, I don't know, 15, something like that. Um, got some cool stuff planned. I want to show you guys something that I might be doing next time. I would have done this time, but I didn't finish. I didn't finish part that I needed. And it would be really, really boring to have you guys follow along with me on this one. Ooh, let me change this setting real quick. I'm gonna stop that. Oh, and I'm not sharing my screen, so let's add my screen. Nope. Share screen. There it is. You'd think I would know this software by now. After what? Okay. Did I share the wrong screen? I did. Shoot. Oh, dang it all. I need this to be bigger. Stop. Share my screen, entire screen, but I want this one. There we go. And we are live once more. Okay. So, yeah, here's where we are. I want to make another app, and I'm going to try to. And if I could get the camera working before this, I would make it now. I think it'll take me just a few hours to make. Mind you, I've already spent, I don't know, a little bit of time, hour or so last night on the, what's it called? Trying to get the video working. That's the biggest thing, is trying to get the video and audio connected. Once I get that, the rest is pretty easy. And I've gone a little overboard on the UI assets, which is why I kind of want to show you guys, because it's kind of super awesome. But the idea is, it's what's it? It's just it's called Jam Sesh, and it's just for, you know, jamming with friends if they're far away, because there's no software, but by the laws of physics, there's no software that can have instantaneous communication. There's always a lag no matter what you're using. So for my friend out in California, who I used to play music with, but I can't anymore, can't play music with him, which sucks. So, what I was thinking is, hey, what we'll do is, there's those TikTok videos or Facebook videos or whatever. People, yeah, anyways, where there'll be something going on and they'll split the screen and someone else will sing to it, and then someone will play the guitar to it, whatever else, and it's a jam. It's just people jamming together, but like with video. Anyways, I was like, cool, I'll do that. Looked it up. There's like the acapella app that you got to pay through the nose for and watch a ton of ads for, and there's other things that you got to pay through the nose for and watch a ton of ads for. Or if you don't feel like doing that, you could voluntarily give all of your data to China and install spyware on your thing and use TikTok, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do any of those things, but I do want to hang out with my friend. Also, he's in like military intelligence, so I don't think he can install TikTok, even if I wanted to do that, which I don't. So not doing any of those things. What can I do? My thought was, I'll just build it. It can't be that difficult to merge, you know, two to six videos into one screen and play all of them simultaneously. That, and like play them while you record a new one. That's not rocket science. That cannot. Turns out hooking up the camera and the microphone a little difficult. It takes more than an hour if you're stupid like I am. So for this, I made a ton of assets. I got to rename that one, but I've got arrows, so you can decide how many screens you want. 4, 6. There's no 5 because you'd have to get weird with it, and I just don't want to. I guess I could. I don't want to. Anyways, let's see. So yeah, I made these are that's not the great assets. I'm just gonna have corners for the screens, so it looks, you know. I did my like the same style that I did for the grungy control panel retro buttons that I did for my what's it for what's it called, the game, you know, the game, we just made it. The game, my word. Redline just came out, still live. If you guys haven't played it, go play it. It's super fun. It's linked in the last Redline video, which eventually I'll add another update to it as well, but I'm enjoying taking a little bit of a break. I worked on it for like 3 or 4 months. I'm enjoying a little bit of a break from that. I'm bouncing around projects a little too much, which is why, since I can't do this one and finish it, I'm going to jump back to the other one that I had already started that I did last week. I'm not going to switch endlessly. But I have been enjoying taking a little bit of time to switch around and play with new projects. Anyways, I want to do this one, but I will figure out the video stuff because that's all, back-end permissions stuff that I have to figure out, which is really boring to watch. So yeah, does not make for good TV. So, anyways, I've got buttons. Look at these buttons. They're glorious. Oh, look at that, just the feel. It's like, oh, that's a good feel. Like, oh yeah, gotta click that button. It goes on this thing, so it's got like kind of dripping grimes coming from each button. And yeah, you can see, yeah, anyways. I did that same thing with the control panel. I actually did. So when you're recording, I did a little circle thing, so this will kind of let you know a little more. So yeah. This one's cool because it turns on. It's just fun. We've got the panel for all of those buttons. There's going to be 8 buttons lining the thing, and then one sound bar, which is going to tell you how loud you're being. And it's more importantly going to tell you, is your mic working? What volume is coming through on your mic? Is it too loud? That's important for a sound-based program. So, and I did not follow my earlier advice 100%. I followed it a little because I get carried away with art. If I have to change this panel, I'm going to have to do a decent amount of work, but not as much as I would otherwise have to do. There are not 60 frames on this. There are 11. And 11 is too many, but like I could have just done the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have just done the 5 frames, but I decided to do half frames, so now there's 11. And that is what it is. It's too much, but it's my time to waste, so I decided to waste it. Why are there 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be. Oh no, because there's the blank. So there should be 10, but there's the one without anything, which is the blank. Anyways, so that is the project that I very much want to do, and I'm not going to do yet. So this will be you can drag and whatever else look through, and I should make a volume slider as well. So you can change how loud each track is. Oh no. We're okay. We can do this. Marcos can do this. I'll just add it as an addendum, a little piece below that has a little volume thing. And then each track you can change how loud it is before you export it. And that will be easy to do and a very good feature. Cool. Okay, we're doing that. Yeah. So, okay, we're doing good. Yeah. Yeah, we're in good shape. Okay. We're not doing this week. As fun as this was to make all of the assets, again, very boring to watch. Another cool thing, just updates on what's going on, I guess, because we're doing that now. I made new figures. Also, you can see, my brother got married and it was the hottest day of the year, like 105 degrees. And he did it at noon, and we're outside the temple with just like everyone out taking photos. This photographer is like getting all artsy with us. I swear my brother was not the brother that was getting married, a different one, was about to kill her. She was like, all right guys, now hands out of pockets, make sure you have your phones and your thing. Let me reorganize you. We're like, it is 105 degrees. So if you see marks on my head, that's because I burned to a crisp. I have so much skin was peeling off of my head. I had dandruff as a bald man. That is hard to do. Oh, yeah. No, we were out there in the hottest day of the year, in the hottest sun, no shade. People were about to faint. It was a great day. It was a beautiful ceremony. It was a wonderful thing. I'm very happy for him. That photographer is on my list. Um, like, I get being all artsy and taking, forever if it's, an overcast or relatively cool day. The photos after weddings are always a chore. They're always that way. But in 105-degree heat without a cloud in the sky, without any haze to block out the sun, no, no, you stop. You don't. You stop. You let people go. Oh, you don't burn. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Anyways, that's a side thing. So if you notice like a couple marks, that's because that's where I was bleeding from the sunburn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put on sunscreen when I go out, or I'm gonna get skin cancer. This is bald is new for me. It takes some getting used to. Anyways, so that thing out of the way, I made more meeples too. I decided to go into like this goofy night set. I should make this full screen. I don't know what I'm doing here. What do I think I'm doing here? Come on. Maximize. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I made these little meeples, new ones. I kind of wanted these goofy looking knights. So historical based armor based on historical stuff, but obviously weird purport. Like this is a frog helmet, and like there's the traditional armor bits, but on like really weird proportions. These little dudes. This guy just they all look derpy. This kind of just came out looking pretty cool, even though he's got a chicken on his banner. Um, I made his sword bigger. I've got to reprint him, but yeah, I'm kind of excited about these. This was the one I had to start with. I liked him. He was fun. Based him off of the knight armor in Scooby Doo and a McDonald's toy that I found. And I just liked him, and I was like, what if I did more, historic knight, outfits, armor sets and whatnot, but I just jacked up the proportions and made them look wonky, like, goblins are using ill-fitting armor or something like that. I don't know I don't know exactly what I'll do with them, but I think they're cool. I like them. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. All that said, let's what's it? Let's take a detour here, and by detour I mean get into the main event and go do some coding and make a game. I'm gonna switch. You are seeing me right now, but soon you will see my screen once I've switched to the appropriate thing. Okay. Okay. Minimize. And here we are. Okay. So we've got our project. If you guys don't remember, this is where we ended up the last time. Oh, jeez. That went fast. Okay. So we've got too much movement, and they cannot hurt us unless we let them. We have the lock on, which is cool. If you can't see my arrows targeting that dude, that's fun. We can throw knives at him. And kill him. And whoa. Oh, that got me. Okay. So if you gotta so I'm thinking we need to make this more difficult, obviously. Oh wow, that got me. You gotta watch out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa. So my thought is, whoa. Okay, so my thought for this is, first of all, we need to make the collider a little bit bigger. Okay, so that hit me. That's weird. Okay, let's see. I want to just test this out, see exactly where this goes. Okay, that hit. Because sometimes it feels like you're in the radius, but you don't get hit. Yeah, see, there I go. My hat's in the radius, but I'm not getting hit. In fact, I didn't even move. He targeted me, went to hit me, and I didn't get hit. Look at that. My hat was clearly in that, and I didn't get hit. Now that one hit me, but so we need to adjust the collider so that our guy gets hit more. That'll make it more difficult. Oh, and the skeleton can swing at us. Whoosh! And then we need to make this more melee focused. So I'm thinking we still throw the knives. I gotta probably change out the character at some point. I like this guy, but he's meant for a different game. This is meant to be, Elden Ring, but, cutesy 2D pixels. Or really any Dark Souls game, but cutesy 2D pixels. But yeah, we've got the lock on, which is good. We've got the dodge roll. We'll probably need a stamina bar for the dodge roll, which will be good to add. Woo! And okay, so we can't face the other way, but he will turn to attack. For now, this guy will do just fine. He has a spell book instead of, a slash animation. But we can just pretend that his spell book is casting spells. For the moment. I might change him out, but I'll definitely change him out. I love this little dude. He needs to be for the crafting game. This is not going to be a crafting game. In fact, I might not have crafting at all in this game, which is, woo, I died. Which is a cardinal sin of games these days, but not every game needs crafting. As much as I love crafting, and I do, believe you me, I love crafting. Not every game needs it. So, okay, lock on. Yeah, we've got our lock on, which means I cannot use too much red in my enemy designs because their AoE attacks are red and the targeting is red. So I need to use different color palettes, which I only used red in the Shroom Dude. Okay, so we need to improve this combat feel. Yeah. I'm going in circles now. Oh, that hit me. Yeah, we need to make sure that we need to make sure we get hit by everything. We need to give ourselves limited knives. Oh, hey, that's good. Oh, there we go. And then we need to give ourselves a melee attack. And that should do the trick. Die. Dang it. Yeah, you can have it target your mouse, but it's easier to just lock on. And the reason that's still good is we've got to make the rest of the game difficult, so that is fun. But it's going to be about the rest of the game mechanics. Okay, so yeah, melee attack. All right, yeah, we're done here. Okay, so perfect. Let's add one fix and one add on. What am I saying? Sometimes when part of you is in the red, you don't get hit. You should get hit. Second thing. If you are in the red. Second thing. We now After that, we need to tighten up combat. We need a stamina bar. We need a limit on throwing knives. And we need a melee attack. Similar to the skeletons. Similar to the skeletons. Hit. It should target the mouse unless there is an enemy targeted. Then swing at that. At that. Okay. And there's that. I gotta start, because there's always this waiting time now. I gotta start. I did like 12 minutes of announcements when I first started this. I should have saved those and done those now. That would have made way too much sense, and I'm simply not about that life. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Well, that's working on that. Ooh, I don't know if I showed you this guy, but I do have one more miniature that I made. Look at this dude. Let me full screen this one more time. Where's my mouse at? Maximize. Okay, look at this dude. I love this dude. So he's actually taller than the other guys. I don't know if I showed you this one either. I made like a shrine maiden chick thing. I was trying to make an actual full cast, and I was like, man, I loved, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s cartoons. I should make a goth girl, because that was a thing back then and no other time. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll give her like a veil and stuff. And I started with the veil, put like a creepy eye thing on it. If you can see it, focus, camera, focus. Get me out of here. Focus on this. I don't think you can see it. I don't think you can see it well at all. Dang it. There's an eye thing. Oh, yeah. It's pretty shallow. I might have to touch that up in the design. Anyways, I gave her the veil, and I was like, cool. What goes well with the veil? I was like, big hat. Cool. And I was like, what goes well with that? And I kept doing, like, robes and stuff like that until I finally finished. I was like, I didn't make a goth girl. I made a shrine maiden, and it came out pretty cool. And I was like, wow, that didn't work, but that worked awesome. Anyways, I also made this dude, which I may have shown you. This is based on a concept I had. This was something in college. Now, there's very few uses for college or college professors. They are the worst. There are some exceptions to this rule, but they are the exceptions, not the rule. But one thing that I learned that was interesting. Allow Claude to run current scripts layout. Yes, I do want to allow it to run that. Anyways, one thing that I thought was interesting was I took an astronomy class. I kept calling it the astrology class, and my teacher got very offended. In my defense, okay, so astrology is like not like this was a decent teacher, not like upset, offended. He would joke about it because they're really similar words. Astronomy, astrology. Oh yeah, it's my astrology course. No, it's astronomy. Astronomy is the study of science. Astrology is the study of your birth sign. Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, that kind of stuff, right? Those are yeah. Anyways, it's the study of that stuff, which for it has a very astrology is a very scientific term for a very unscientific field. I feel like that's the naming. That's the fault of naming, not the fault of me for getting confused by the naming. Anyways, in this class, what am I saying? In this class, they told us that the moon exerts gravity on us. And that blew my mind. Okay, the moon is way far away. The moon is out doing this stuff. The moon exerts gravity on us. And we had to calculate how much gravity the moon exerts on us. This is a good project. As far as like it taught us science, it taught us how to look stuff. Oh, it was great. It was great. Anyways, because you think you're like, okay, the moon exerts gravity and it pulls the tides, and you're like, that's cool. But also it exerts gravity on us. It pulls us towards it. Now, never enough to be noticeable, as we found out when we actually crunched the numbers, but it does. It does pull us towards the moon. So that was crazy. And I was like, oh, holy crap. What if it exerted a lot of force? What if the okay, we're starting to get something, but it's still trying to run it. So what if the moon exerted what if the moon was bigger and closer and it exerted more force on us? That would mean that when the moon was up, gravity would be reduced. Which is awesome and crazy and super cool. So I was like, well, if gravity is reduced, you can do a lot of stuff. You could have really big and thick suits of armor that only work at nighttime when the moon's up because you can't possibly lift this giant sword that can cleave through 10 men or, whatever else if it's daytime. I was like, okay. So anyways, I came up with this base world thing that maybe someday I'll write in, but we'll see. I wrote these guys and I loved them. They are taller. They're giants, if you see the other guys. So they're giants, they're taller, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're all of this stuff. And there are these very high fortresses, 'cause you can build very high with lower gravity. You can build very high if you just have times with lower gravity to be able to construct during the night when, you can lift things more easily. Anyways, so they've got these high fortresses, right? And to assault these fortresses, you need aerial combat. So we have medieval aerial combat, and it makes sense. Like, logically, scientifically, it makes sense because there's lower gravity. If you have something to launch you well enough and you're not too heavy, then you will be able, like, humans without heavy-duty armor could have a terminal velocity that isn't terminal. I don't know if you know that terminal velocity is as fast as you can fall within a certain atmosphere. Things like squirrels don't have a terminal velocity. As fast as they can fall is not fast enough to kill them. You can drop them from literally any height. They might have a heart attack from being so scared, but they will not die from the impact. I don't suggest doing this. It's a very inhumane experiment, but it's an interesting, fact thing. So, certain humans at least, could have a non-terminal terminal velocity, which gives you the ability for aerial combat. You could have these lightweight dudes flipping around and, fighting in the air, which is so cool as you try to take this fortress. Now, as troops assault the ground, what you could also do is have people drop down onto them, and that is the purpose of these dudes. This dude obviously doesn't have his armor, but he does have some of it, if you look very close at his leg, which I can't, it's getting blurry again. Dang it. He's got these pins and leg braces. So the thought was, if you're too heavy, the fall will, like, you may not kill you, but it'll still break something. So the thought was they've got these big metal suits of armor, and they've got these big metal greaves. And they've got pins attached to them and levers. And when they jump, they'll lock these levers, like they'll pull up the levers, and their legs are locked at that point. And when they hit, it will bend and break these metal braces, but not bend and break their legs. And they pull the pins to remove the braces, and they go into combat. So essentially, you're just dropping armored tanks into the thing. Now, this guy is obviously shirtless, but very muscular. I based him off of, those like 1950s strongmen. He's got a big mustache. Some might say I based him off of Alex Louis Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist, but since he's based on 1950s strongmen, I'm going to say I based it off those. We have the same source material. I didn't copy him. Anyways, His mustache isn't blonde; it's green, clearly. Anyways, so that's that concept for those guys, and my thing is done running. So let's run with this. Okay, so we have got some stuff to. Whoa, we've got a lot of stuff to run. Oh, geez, it gave me the whole. When is this gonna stop? That's the whole kit and caboodle. Both make sense. Um, it's a big batch grouped by file in file order. Okay, telegraph.gd. All right. VS Code. Now, unfortunately, this is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Why she looks so sad in photographs. Absolutely love her when she smiles. Hey, look, I'm right there. Telegraph. That's the one I want. I don't want you, though. Oh, I restarted my computer. That's why. Oh, yeah. I apparently needed an update pretty bad. That whole thing, if you guys remember from last week, where I couldn't actually show you things in Finder because it would take literally like a minute to pull up the preview. Yeah, needed an update for that. Let's see, half extent for any part of the player is in the red. Okay, sure. That. We want to replace with this. Okay. Feeling better about that. Game state. Add stamina, knife limit, and melee. Cool. Where was that again? Scripts, globals, game state. Game state. Of course. Oh, that's right. I still have to clean this project. I didn't do that. I should have done that. I'm going away for the weekend. Maybe I'll do that while I'm out. That could be a fun side thing. Just clean up some code, make it look nice. It sounds like I'm being facetious. I actually very much like cleaning code. Like the what's it? Organizing projects and making them better. See, this one here bothers me. Ah, man, I closed the other one. I shouldn't have. With the Jam Sesh project that I was just talking about that I will probably do next week. Yeah, with that one, I went beforehand with Claude and I thought it all through ahead of time, which helps. I went and I said my normal thing of, hey, I want you to look at it. I don't want you to code it. I want to see where things are going. I want to touch and get my fingers all in the code. And it was like, that's chill. And I was like, and also, we're running a clean project. This means that all scripts will be in the script folder, but the script folder will not have any scripts in it. It will have other folders with very detailed names that have other scripts in them. That's where all the scripts will live, is in that folder, in those subfolders of that folder. It will be very, very organized. We will have no files that are like thousands of lines long because we did a million different things. No, if it's doing a different thing, it gets a different file, and the file that needs it can call it, gosh dang it. And yeah, I did that. And frankly, I loved it. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm supposed to be an FX slash. Okay. Okay. Player. Replace this with... I will, next time I get one of these, one of these long waiting windows, I will show you a really cool organization thing that I did, because I like to organize things. Frankly, I'm a little bit of a messy person because I like to organize things. I'm always pulling stuff out and reorganizing it, and sometimes I lose steam in the middle of that, and I am working on that. My office is actually surprisingly clean at the moment, which is awesome. And necessary. I'm in a different folder, aren't I? Yeah. Scenes, player, .gd. This one. But when you can get something clean and organized right, oh, it's just a good feeling. So yes, in short, I was not being facetious when I said I would enjoy cleaning the code later. It's not that exciting for you people, but so I won't do it here. Oh no, don't do that. I don't want it to be the mouse button. Fine. I'll plug in an actual mouse. I'll make it the mouse button for now. I won't argue. That's probably the best move. Guys, I'm not a mouse and keyboard player. I am a controller player. At heart, in my soul, in the cavernous emptiness of my heart, I am a controller player. I don't like doing this when I'm playing video games. I like doing this. This feels good. This feels right. This feels like work. Maybe if I could get used to this, then work would feel like gaming. Ever think of that? Huh? Danny? Add keys. Okay, we're doing this one. Add mouse. Okay, aim, helper plus melee, replace. Cool. I should turn on the mouse and double check that it's working. It is not working. Come on, you can do this. Actually, hold on. That's the wrong mouse. Probably. Oh, no, there it is. My mouse is here. It's arrived. We're good. Okay, my office is clean. My desk is not. It's baby steps, everyone. Baby steps, get on the bus. What did I just do? Okay, we're going to do the fire projectile thing. Okay, for coding, though, the mouse pad is faster. For gaming, the mouse pad sucks. But for everything else, the mouse pad is, in the words of my brothers, goated. I am, in fact, so old. Okay, HUD. I want the HUD. Find this. Replace it. Fish. Dish. V. Knife icon. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm starting to bog down a little bit in this. There's so very much. Oh, geez, I am not that close. Mother fluffer. This is so much. You guys are probably getting bored. I'm bored copying this, but this is so much code. But I wanted to know what we're changing, so I can't have Claudius do. Oh, are we at the end? Please tell me we're at the end. Knives. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's go. Okay, you can't actually run out of stamina. That's a bit of a problem. All I gotta do is slow down the respawn. Let's target lock, and let's throw a knife. And throw a knife. My knives regenerate too. Faster than I can use them. They're also jumping to their spot. Oh. Huh. Huh. Oh, crap. Okay, okay, this got harder. I like this. Huh. Get out. This is better. No! I'm dead. Dang it. I almost had him. Huh. Can I beat these guys with melee? Oh, crap. I need to. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we still got... Oh, jeez. I am so dead. No, no, no. I'm dead. Dang it. Nope, I'm dead. Dang it. Okay. Okay, this is messing up my juju. Take out one of our range guys. Why couldn't I move there? Get out, get out. No! Oh, jeez. Crap. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, okay, we've officially got harder. Harder works. Okay, so we need to fix the AoE jitter bug. And let's just ask what it thinks. It's not a bad call. Okay. There. This works great. This works great. There is an AoE, ape AoE jitterbug. The enemies want to sit on a single tile before they hit the AoE attack. So they jump to the nearest one. This is a problem. This is a problem. It looks janky. It does look janky. Can we have them head towards the player, but divert and walk naturally to the center of a tile before they attack, rather than teleport to it. Okay. That aside, our goal here is Elden Ring style combat in a 2D top-down game. That means our controls have to be glorious. Perfect. And the game has to then be so punishing that it puts those perfect controls to the test. In your opinion, what would be the best way to do this? What is the best bang for our proverbial buck? This case. What is the best way to do this? What is the long-term plan? What is the low-hanging fruit? What is the best bang for our buck in this case? Okay. Okay. Now, you guys want to see my glorious file system. Now that you can actually see what's in my files, which is great. Showed you guys this stuff. That's Jam Sesh. That's awesome. I've got some stuff for Hexbloom that's specific to that. Astro Sage, that's the one we were working on for the game jam that didn't go off because my entire family was dying of illness. Extras. Oh, these are just extras. Not using them for anything at the moment. This guy was pretty cool. I liked his shape. I liked what I did with him. But, okay, if I can manage. The big problem was this game that I made him for was entirely top down, which means like he's kind of at an angle above him. Like if you're looking at him, you're not looking at him. You're not looking at him straight on. You're looking at him kind of like this, but it's supposed to be like this, and it just did not look right, which is a bummer, but it's okay. We got all the assets for Redline. This folder's getting a little messy. I should clean it up. None of these are the files that actually live in there. These are the files that I drag in. The Beamwood, the Centipede. This one, Maruhanabachi, the Bee of War. Music, that stuff was cool. Ah, the design for the Bee Mirai. Such a cool thing. I don't know if I told you about that one. You play as a bee, but a samurai bee. Your life is not your own, and you sacrifice it for the hive. Over and over again. This one I will. Oh, I should make this one. I can make this one now. It's a cool button. You know how I feel about cool buttons. I can't believe this doesn't exist, in all honesty. And Apple's difficult to develop for, but I might know someone who I can post this, who will let me post this for them. Okay, so the whole thing. Let's see. Where did we? Ching, ching, ding, 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 ding. Okay, so the. Oh, that's right. Okay. So the whole thought was, they've come out with these smartwatches now, right? You've been alive for the past 7 to 10 years. 10 years? Oh, yeah, it's been somewhere around that. You've been alive for the last 10 years, probably. They make the smartwatches, right? And I couldn't believe this. I have got a mechanical. So I've got a screen on my wrist. I've got this mechanical device, this digital device, not mechanical, this digital device attached to me on my wrist. And there is not an app that has a laser beam for that. So you can go. Like, what? How is that not a thing? What in the absolute heck? So I made assets for it. I made this a while ago, back before. Oh wow, these have been a thing for a while. I was back before coding with ChatGPT was a thing, because I would have just used that to make it. And at this point, I could make this app on my own, no problem. But I could make it way faster with chat. So yeah, you press the button, and then it goes, charges up as it's shooting, and then it starts looping. After it's charged up, it starts looping through this, and it loops through that endlessly. It's just cool. It's just anyways, Scrap King stuff, Shell, yeah, all that stuff. Great stuff. Anyways, assets general. This is my pride and joy. And we have stuff. Oh, crap, we have a lot of text. Okay. First of all, holy dev. This works great. Let me kill the jitter, then talk strategy. Okay. Let's talk strategy then, with a lot of text. What am I doing here? Scenes, enemy. I want to be in here. If you're not with me, then you are my enemy. Hayden Christensen gets a lot of hate sometimes. But, that's a hard line to pull off. I don't. Now, mind you, I'm still bugged because George Lucas chose Hayden Christensen when Heath Ledger had applied for the part of Anakin Skywalker. Could you imagine? Because Ewan McGregor is the best. Obi-Wan, Sir Alec Guinness did an amazing job. Absolutely tremendous performance in Star Wars 4. Controversial opinion here, possibly. Ewan McGregor did a better Obi-Wan. First off, he nailed the Alec Guinness. He practiced. You could tell he practiced so much, all of the hand gestures, all of the motions, all the things to make it look like, yeah, this is the same person, just younger. He is going to grow up to be the awesome Obi-Wan of, Star Wars 4. But, what's it? Ewan McGregor he was so good. He got all that stuff, all the wisdom that would be in old Obi-Wan, and then he just added in the what's it? The thing. The youth, the young cocky, taker of planets. Like just so cool. Okay. Begin seek. Okay. So let's test this real quick and then we'll read what it has to say. Not that. That. Saved. Run. Here we go. Okay. He runs to it. Oh, that's actually perfect. It's exactly what we wanted to see. Yeah, they look so much smoother now. And let's double check. Is our fat guy... Did I get these frames right? Oh. We're doing this wrong. Notice that squish? Not for this one. This attack's fine. Look at this one. He squashes one extra frame at the end. Huh, that's not good. Cut me. I want you to. Yeah, you got me. Okay. 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 So... Okay. Here's my honest opinion, and it changes our priorities. Oh boy. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you here. I don't want to read this much. But I have a mouse, so I can do it without my hand on this desk. Okay. The thesis, Souls combat isn't about complex movements. It's one loop. Read, commit, punish. The enemy telegraphs, you spend a resource to answer, dodge, block. And a window opens where you punish. Glorious controls and punishing are the same design goal viewed from two sides. The controls must be so fair and precise that when you die, it is provably your fault. That is the anthem of Souls-like games. This is your fault that you died. There was no bug. There was no hink in the code. Your fault. Difficulty that isn't fair just feels like jank. That's true. And ours is janky right now. So the priority isn't more enemies, more attacks. It's building the thin combat feel layer that makes fairness legible. And almost everything you already have, telegraphs, stamina, commit locked attacks, is the skeleton. 3 things are missing that separate janky from glorious, and they are small. Best bang for your buck. Here we go. Iframes on the roll. Do this first. It's the whole game. Okay. Right now, the roll moves you. To be elsewhere is temporal. Be invincible right in that instant. Okay, so we're going to add iframes. That's good. Oh, geez. Input buffering. This is glorious controls. Our attack roll/rolls commit you. Good. That's the tension. But now, if you press roll 50 milliseconds before your swing ends, the input is dropped, and that feels like the game ignored you. Souls buffers that last input and fires it the instant you recover. A small buffer, the difference between tight and widened network. Cheap, and it's the top complaint players would have. Cool. Okay, that works. Hit stop, flash, and a shake of the screen. Juice equals perceived precision. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Juice equals perceived precision. If you don't know, watching at home, I don't know why I said you're watching. I'm filming at home. You're watching at home. We're all at home, probably. It's Thursday. You might be in the office. I might be the only one at home. Anyways, hit stop flat. Okay. So juice is the what it's saying here. You could tell from context. the screen shake, the sound effects, the vibrating controller. Um, okay. That is what makes it feel like it connected. Trivial to add, disproportionate impact on the does this feel good? Those three are a weekend's worth of feel for an afternoon of, or a weekend's worth of feel for an afternoon of code. They're the foundation everything sits on. Low hanging fruit after that. Lock on strafing. While locked, movement orbits the target instead of being world relative. Medium effort, very ER. I don't think we need that one because we're not changing perspective. A heal with a hard limit, a flask. Yes, we need flasks. Scarcity is the core of Soul's tension, and you already have the potion system planned. Poise, stagger, later. Enemies flinch at a damage threshold, opening punishing windows. The long-term plan, the important part. Build this in order, don't skip ahead. Feel layer. Okay. Oh, poise, not poison. Okay, poise and stagger. That will be cool. That will be worth adding. Okay. Okay. Build this in order. Don't skip ahead. The feel layer, iframes, buffering, hit stop. The foundation, author enemy move sets against that layer. Each enemy is a set of telegraphed attacks with specific windows. You already have data-driven types a data-driven types table. This is where it pays off. Difficulty is a tuning pass, not a system. Once the feel layer is fair, punishing is just shorter windows, more damage, denser attack patterns. You tune it last because you can only tune fairness once. Fairness exists. Okay. The trap to avoid, chasing content, more enemies, weapons, controls before the feel layer exists. That is a good thought. Okay, content on a janky base is just more jank. 10 enemies that don't feel fair is worse than 2 that do. Okay. Next slice is iframes, input buffering. They're small. Okay, let's do that. I think you are right. One change in the plan. This is going to be a top down with no rotation. So we won't need to switch controls when the player locks on. They should move the same way. That only makes sense in 3D or with rotating perspectives. The rest is spot on. Okay. I need to animate that skeleton. It's going to be so much work. That one I'm not excited. I normally like animating and editing and stuff. I'm not excited. I like that skeleton. The thing is, it's kind of in my opinion, it's a bit of a piece of art, you know? And trying to replicate a piece of art several times, like or actually a dozen times over, and change the position slightly in a very locked form like pixel art and still make it look awesome is daunting. If it's something where it's a more consistent, honestly, if it's something where it has an outline, because then I can outline till the outline looks good, and then color. And usually the color on outlined things is pretty blocky. Where that skeleton doesn't have an outline, it's got a color gradient through the entire thing, which looks great for it. But it means I can't draw outlined things and then just drop in colors. I need to drop in each gradient thing. I need to move it, play around with it, replace. Oh, I'm psyching myself out. That is going to suck. That's. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, I probably should, but I don't want to. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll make a different melee enemy. Because I should have a melee enemy. Okay, so I'll do one enemy, one boss, and I can spawn in multiple of the enemies. Maybe I'll do a cloak dude, like the first Dark Souls. Or was that the first Dark Souls? Or was that Dark Souls 3? I didn't play a lot of Souls games. I played the crap out of Elden Ring, but that's it. I mean, I played other Souls-likes and Souls-lights, but I didn't play the big 3 Dark Souls games. And I think it's probably too late. You know, Elden Ring is better, and it's just gonna feel like a disappointment going to those now. Anyways, but I'm pretty sure I played the beginning of Dark Souls 3, and there were these cloak dudes. Maybe as an homage, and I might not even use it in the final thing. I'll just do a black cloak dude. That should be easy to animate. Anyways, the rest is spot on. What were we saying? Let's do that stuff. And also generalize the controls into input types so that we can add controller support and eventually allow remapping. Repamming. I typed it wrong. I typed it repamming, and then I said it out loud and went to type it, and I was like, remapping. But I was still thinking repamming. I was like, how did I spell it wrong again? I didn't. Okay. Anyways, ship the game. No new enemies. One scrub feeling great. I may cut our shroom and skeleton for one melee scrub later. Okay. I think you're right. One change in the plan. This is going to be a top-down with no rotations, so we won't need to switch controls when the player locks on. They should move the same way. That only makes sense in 3D with rotating perspectives. The rest is spot on. Let's do that stuff, and also generalize the controls into input types so that we can add controller support, and eventually allow remapping when we ship the game. No new enemies till we get the boss and one scrub feeling great. I may cut our shroom and skeleton for one melee scrub later. Okay. I'm actually pretty excited to make the melee scrub. That sounds kind of fun. Oh, I could do a lot with the cloak. Have it kind of like waving around behind him. Do like a big attack that lands with him like a little lower and have the cloak wave behind him in kind of an unnatural way. That'd be cool. In other news, well, actually, real quick, let me show this off. Just because I told you I would, and I will. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, assets, general. So I've got games, and I keep this in my downloads folder because I always download new things to my downloads folder. It's not the smart place to put it. In fact, a big issue with my getting the audio and video for Godot earlier, for the other project I was talking to you about, was I had my Godot engine stored in the downloads folder. I never moved it to the applications. I don't normally do that. That was my only application, I think, that is in the downloads folder. Anyways, it wouldn't allow permissions because it was in, like, to get to that stuff, to even ask to get to that stuff because it was in the downloads folder. I had to go move it first. Anyways, so downloads folder, not the smartest place for this, not the, I guess not the most natural place for this, but it's where all of my stuff is, so I can just automatically drag it in. Anyways, for 2D games, I've got creatures, which includes this guy, our land whale. Attack slam. Let's see. Out of curiosity. Oh, this is a death frame. That's why. I think. So we go there, 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 there. And I think that's right. Okay, so this is the first death frame, which explains all of that. So we're going to do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Okay, so he dies, and the slam is back alive. And that explains why that was a problem. Look at that, we're fixing problems all over the place. Creatures. Bagman. Landwell. Main character. Oh, that's stuff from the adventure game. Probably won't need any of that. Death. We want to delete. Yes, I want to delete it. And attack slam. We want to... Actually, attack slam is fine. We just need to get rid of this last frame. Delete. Remove. Okay, now we just bring death back. That's all we gotta do is bring death back. We want to put you in land whale. Death is back. We have the full thing. Jeez. And that's starting to come back, or starting to come through, which is good. So yeah, we've got lots of stuff. Just some extra dudes. Our fantasy. Okay, this is the file I pulled over. Oh, and actually, we are using the skeleton from that file. See, I guess he kind of has an outline, but it's just, there's so much gradient to it. You can't really see it with the blur, but like, there's a darker shade of white around here, here, down below his jaw, down in his rib cage. It changes a lot. It's just complex. Not excited. Shroom dude, dark one. I mean, I could use this guy. Like he's chasing you. I mean, honestly, ideally, with this much, detail into combat, I would do... Oh, I don't want to do that. I would do omnidirectional movement. Oh, it's so much more work. But maybe I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll start it. I'll start with the guy, and I'll consider the bad guys. But I don't know. That was just fun. This guy's fun. He's just doing stuff, hanging out. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of fun stuff. We got our slash. We have a Molotov. Our nuke. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Our throwing knife. Loads. World. Textures. Oh, I should replace the dirt texture. That was bugging me. Where did that go? Other FX. Shaders. World. Foliage, plants, terrain, tiles? No. Hole? No. Let's get rid of characters. Creatures, we don't want that. Other. World. Okay, tiles, foliage, plants, terrain. Where did I put the textures? No. Art, creatures. It's gotta be an other then, right? Throwing knife, spell thing. Okay, so that's FX. Objects, textures. Here it is. Dirt texture. I don't like you. So I'm going to replace you. Yes. I didn't like that, Batman. I improved this texture. Ooh, and I improved that texture. Mother of mercy. I wonder if I improved the grass texture. Oh, yeah, that's better. You can just tell immediately that that is better. I don't know if I replaced this one or if I fixed this one, did anything to it, but can't hurt. Let's see how it looks. Okay, yeah, that's better. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Look at that dirt texture. Ah, it feels good. Except there's one pixel out of place that I noticed. No. Is that... Do you guys see this? See this one? Oh, geez. No, there's more than one pixel. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to bug me again. There was one pixel that was the wrong color in the other one. There was a few janky things about it, but... Okay, look at this. This just stops here. That's got to get fixed. Guys, get out of here. What did he do? Oh, it's still trying to do 8 frames. Oh yeah, this one. Look, there's one pixel just pops in. Why? Ooh. That'll bug you. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, he disappears. Crap. Crap. Okay, I'll fix that later. That's fine. I might even add an extra frame of him. Okay, that is still better. Let's fix this. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. No. Don't do this to me, Hannibal, please. No, wait, that's the jitter fix. We did this. Didn't we? We did this. Where's my prompt? No. After applying. No, wait. I did the jitter fix. Don't do this to me. This is so much. No! Crap. We already did that. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And the Seek starter, I already did that. Okay. Okay. Stand by. I already did the jitter fix. Jitter fix. Jitter fix is working fine. That is working fine. Okay. Did the jitter fix. That's working fine. We need to address something really quickly here. The structure of this project. It is, in a word, abysmal. Way too much is piled in all the wrong places. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Okay, we gotta do this. Okay, we can do this. We do this. I'm going to reorganize the project. No. Yes, I will. As a matter of fact, I will. Uh-oh. Oh no. I just realized I had my headphone in this whole time. I hope the audio for this stream was not coming through that headphone the whole time, because I'm pretty sure that's worse than my phone speaker. Oh boy. That would have been a bummer of an hour and a half of streaming. But maybe I turned it off and you can't hear me at all. So that's a possibility too. Ooh. What in the... No, not you. What is this? Oh, I got a comment on Twitch. I don't know. AI viewers stream boo. Calm. What on earth does that mean? When was this? This was 20 minutes ago. No clue. Well, can I reply? Yeah, I can. No idea what that means. But I'm happy you're watching. Yeah. Okay. Racing instrumentality high. Huh. AI viewers stream boo. Is he accusing me of having AI viewers? Because I've got one viewer. Maybe they're AI. I hope not. You would tell me if you were AI, right? Okay, well, I'll keep that up and see if anything else happens there. Okay. Way too much is piled in all the wrong places. We are going to have a scenes file without that many scenes in it. We are going to have a script file with no scripts in it. We're going to have a scripts file with no scripts in it. Instead, it will have very clearly named subfolders. These will have scripts in them. We will not have files that are thousands of lines long if it's doing something totally different or self-contained. It should live in a different .gd file, not as extra code in the main thing. The main thing can call the file where it lives. Finally, we want this to be multiplayer someday. Hosted on one machine and allowing others to join, like Valheim. For this, we need the world and the player to have separate controllers that do not touch. Before we do all this code you handed me, let's clean this up. You have my permission to move stuff around and edit it to accomplish this. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it loose and say clean this shiz up. Okay. That's going to take a second. Well, this might close us out for today. I think we're going the right way. Once we've got a cleaned project, this will be easier to implement. No response from racing instrumentality. Hi. Bummer. That's okay. But I got a comment. First comment. Probably insulting me. I have no idea what that means. I could not tell you. I will ask AI later, apparently. Actually. Let's just snap a photo of that so I can remember. Oh, hey, there it is. Now you guys can see. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, this. So, yeah, that just cool stuff. Got terrain bits. So you can open a chest. That was in the very first game I ever made, that chest. I should remake it and make a better chest asset, but I don't know. Bookshelf, got some cool stuff. It's just some debris, table, this. I love the checker pattern in the corner. I want to add that to the bookshelf. Fire, this is not a good fire. I need to remake this. I've got fish in case I want to add a fishing minigame, which I really should. Ooh. I could let you collect fish, and that's how you get new knives. You got a fish, and you might get the knife fish. You might also get things to make, put maybe a mini crafting game. I said I wasn't going to do crafting. Maybe I will. This was also from the very first game I made. The throne. Once you got to the end and you succeeded, it was like, woo! And it kept repeating. I mean, you go backwards, but it could just go to the top frame and repeat again. Anyways, yeah, just my stuff. And for a lot of this now, if I need to actually make a thing, like, I've just got a lot of stuff. I can usually find one. I don't have to make a new one every time. Like, I've got a lot of stuff. Yeah. This floorboard tile, freaking love. So cool. Okay. Anyways. Ooh. To run survey. Yeah, we're letting them do it. Okay. So we've got 3D stuff. Some assets I got from Kenny. We've got all the music. Loads of music that we can just pull in. Dump, preload, rest, allow once. Stand by before I touch anything. I need the real current state, file size, every cross-reference because moving GD files outside the Godot header breaks preloaded paths. TCSN scripts reference GD, auto loads. If I'm not meticulous, let me serve. Okay. So yeah, we got a lot of songs. I can't show them to you because it's not playing through the thing. But that's okay. I got this is from the Scrap King game I made a while ago. Just this was all made on my phone, just like and other things. When the guy died, he was like, no! And then obviously crash and engine noises for the sci-fi racing game. Yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh. Wife's still very pregnant. Still getting up early for work and staying up to clean and do stuff. It takes its toll. It takes its toll. But it is all right. Because I'm going to have a new baby. It's mine. No one else's. None of yours. It's mine. Only mine. And my wife's. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's awesome. Got some weapons. Just stuff to throw in. Yeah, like, it's ready. Got some nicer weapons. Ah, see, that's pretty. I love the gradients in pixel art. I just think they look cool. Some swords. A gradient knife. Yeah, fun stuff. This button. It's what made is the inspiration for the UI for the what's it called? For the game that I'm making next week. Wow, that is working hard. Approaching session limit. Uh-oh. Well, that will probably end this then. But yeah, that's cool. If you do like games, and if you do like, video games, but also potentially tabletop games, Side Quests of Bjorn is live on, what's it called? Amazon. It's like $12, $13, somewhere around there. It is Dungeons and Dragons, but not Dungeons and Dragons. Better than Dungeons and Dragons by a mile. That's not a huge thing to say. That's not a huge, like, Dungeons and Dragons is all right, but there are way many more better things. This one is my favorite. You know why it's my favorite? Survey complete. Scripts, globals, game, player. Oh, okay. Allow Claude to create folders, move scripts, and collapse scenes. Yeah, sure. What are they doing? Scenes, scripts, globals, game, player, world, enemies, FX, UI. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we need to split up enemies into several enemy files with enemy helpers. But yeah, this thing is cool. I'm just going to let that run. Let's do this. Maximize. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is awesome. Side Quests of Bjorn. Made to be played in any setting. The cool thing is it's got, what's it? Board game. It's got the requirements of board game night. Like, you think about it, you do board game night, right? You get the game, you lift the lid off of the box for the game, and you pull out the rule book. Now, if you haven't played the game, but your buddy has played the game, then it takes, roughly 30 minutes for them to teach you the rules and for you to really get into playing the game, right? If everyone here has played the game before, we lift the lid off the box, and within 5 minutes we have set up the game we are playing. That's what this is. You play Dungeons and Dragons, if you are all very experienced, you come to the thing, you're like, maybe a few hours you've got your thing. If you're learning the game for the first time, 3 or 4 hours minimum to learn all the rules and stuff like that. It takes forever. To the point that it's like, you can't even try the game without committing to a multi-week thing, There's no what's it? There's no non-committal way to try Dungeons and Dragons. There is for side quests. 30 minutes to learn the game. If you're doing, it's cool. And the books, they're just awesome. They look pretty. They look very pretty. I did some of that art, and it looks pretty. Oh, look at that. Just gorgeous. I should go back now that I'm a better artist and redo some of the art, because I can. And add more art because I can. But it's cool. So yeah, 30 minutes to learn the game. Once you know the game, 5 minutes. You roll up a character. The character's still deep. The character's still got a lot of mechanical depth and strength and whatever else to it. But yeah. It's just cool. It's only the first part of the book, so it's like, I think 80 or 90 pages long. It's only the first 35 pages, and even the first few pages doesn't have to do with it. Let's see. Gameplay. Yeah, gameplay starts on page 6. Goes to page 34. Like, it's not that big. This is what you have to understand to play the game. It's, less than 30 pages. And they're small pages, you know? And it's a fully functional game that works really, really well. Then we get into the gamer's contract, which is cool. And if you are a seasoned gamer that wants some more stuff in your game, that wants some more rules and stuff, we've got the game mods, which are awesome. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite picture. Okay, this is one. I could not find an image like this. I couldn't generate an image like this, and it took me a while, but I wanted it. It is little pinata because I was talking about bestiary, and I essentially made a bestiary builder in this one. Bestiary, the beasts that you use to fight your guys. So the things that you need for a beast are HP, save, and abilities. HP, how many swings until the pinata bursts? Save, how hard is the pinata to hit? And abilities, how hard and with what flavor does the pinata hit you back? And that's because the pinata reference worked until the last point, and I was like, it's kind of funny to think of a pinata hitting you back, and that's anyways. So that was, I don't know, I love it. My favorite thing, because I just rewrote part of the book. By rewrote, I mean I added 2 other sections in. The mods specifically, I've got some classes and stuff like that, so I added the Sin Eater, which is a really cool class, very flavorful. But I also added the Potions mod, which this is so cool. Oh, we might be getting there. This is so cool to me. The Potions mod is it allows you, it's a mini game that you can play during combat. Because the thing is, a lot of times in TTRPGs, even the best ones, side quest streamlines a lot about combat and stuff, but if you've got a lot of people at the table, even if the game itself helps you move a lot faster, you still got to go through everyone's actions, and it's going to take some time to get back to you. Now, if that's happening, you might whip out your phone and whatever else, go and do something else because you're bored. Even if it's not every fight can be the most entertaining thing ever. Not every fight needs you. Like sometimes it's like, the fight was a little too easy, and that's okay. That happens. But it's like, I'm just gonna sit here till Darren finishes doing their turn, and then it'll go through 4 more people, and it'll come back to me. But with this, what you can do is you can find ingredients as you go and add them to your things. And when you have enough ingredients, which you should always have enough ingredients to do something, you can brew a potion. You choose one and you spend the ingredients on it. You need some skill in it. And it's a little mini dice game that you can just do by yourself. And you can just roll some stuff. And the potions have in-game effects. So, What's His Bucket is busy doing something. And it's like, okay, cool. They're going to try and ask the GM if the thing smells like a certain chemical that might react to something that they have in their bag. And it's like, okay, we're going on a diatribe while they try to figure that out. And you're like, I'll brew a potion. So on the side, you just roll a few dice, and you're like, all right, I got a potion of haste. I can get an extra action on my turn. Cool. And it's a really cool feature. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, looks like we've got some stuff here that has been done here. Reload from disk. Okay. So now we have scripts, enemies, FX, game, globals, player, UI, world, tile shapes, and world.gd. Okay. Yeah, that works well enough. I think that's a decent structure. Let's see what it had to say about this. You cannot see this, can you? Okay, multiplayer seem, as you asked. World side no longer touches the player node or the HUD. It spawns enemies around a spawn center, and enemies find the player only through the player group. The player now owns its HUD. Add child HUD in player.gd so the world controller and the player controllers don't reference each other. That's the line you'll split along for host/join later. Sweet. Two things for you. Reopen the Godot project before running. Move files on the disk outside the editor. On reopen, Godot re-imports, rebuilds. Cool. Cool. All right, and that I think will be it for this stream. That's a decent amount of progress. We fixed a few bugs, we made things feel better, and we got a solid plan for moving forward. If I don't do it in between, we'll either have a new product that I can put out, and by product I mean it's going to be free. It's not going to be that much work to make, hopefully, knock on wood. The jam session, what's it? App? Computer app? But, yeah, it's not going to be that much work. I'll just release that one for free. I'll probably put the same ads thing, so not that ads play on it, but that in the About section you can... I guess they're not even ads at that point. In the About section, I'm just going to tell people about my products and the products that, ways that they can buy stuff from me and around me and that benefit me. Because I'm making them free crap, and I make stuff that is also good but not exactly free, and if you like some of my stuff you might like that stuff, you might buy. Anyways, so I'll do that, and that'll be my only monetization through that, is just, hey, maybe you might like my other stuff, enjoy this one for free, because it doesn't cost me anything. I'm not going to do servers. Anyways, that should be there by next week. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. We're in pretty good shape for this game. By which I mean we've got a good foundation. Or we're building a good foundation. We did not have one. We are building one. Cool. Well, yeah. That's it. We're done for the moment. And I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week.